And he delivered the statement with full of bragadasyo, so to speak. So, parang ngayon, parang nawala yung asim nung pagbibigay mo ng statement dun sa Senado, Kernel.
Siyempre naman, kung plano natin na hindi natin makuha yung sagot and we wanted to coerce and harass and i-force yung ating issues sa kanya, of course, ang gagawin ko, di kami na lang tatlo. Di ba? Wala nang lawyers. Siya na lang, ako, saka si Abante. Kumukuha ka pa ng witness para sa gagawin mong kasalanan.
A lawyer who does not represent the House,
Yeah.
does not represent the committee,
Yes,
does not
of course.
represent any of the parties present, correct?
Exactly. At the same time, kung mga haras ako, hindi dito. Dadalhin ko siya sa opisina ko. Baka sakali, doon ko pwede ko siyang i-haras. And one more thing, yung sinasabi niya na promotion, ako hindi ko nadinig yun, na in-offer ni Congressman Abante. If ever na in-offer yon, hindi naman siya tanga. Para malaman niya na ang congressman, hindi naman tayo nakakapag-promote. Di ba? Presidente lamang or chief of PNP. Like for example, siya, colonel siya, under yan ang chief PNP. At kung general yan, doon siya dadaan sa CA. Hindi naman siya dadaan sa Congress eh. Di ba? So, basically, medyo may mali sa mga ginawa talaga niya.
This resource person has this penchant for playing victim. No, yan ang ano niya, yung laging biktima siya eh. But ang katotohanan, ang video ay hindi po nagsisinungaling. No? Kung ikaw ay talagang may paninindigan at gusto mong tayuan ang sinabi mong katotohanan, hindi ganyan ang iyong demeanor. So that is my observation, Your Honors. In fact, darating ang panahon na mag-iisip ka rin eh. Iisipin mo rin na hindi mo na makakayang itago yung iyong konsensya doon sa iyong pagsisinungaling. The motion is approved. Comsec, please coordinate with our Sergeant at Arms and inform the said office that Colonel Grijaldo will be transferred to Station 6 of Quezon City and serve his detention in that facility.
Mr. Chair,
Congressman Akop,
since I cannot get intelligent answers from our resource person, may I just make a manifestation? The reason why I asked Attorney Conti about the canons of legal ethics that we have in our possession a joint statement from the law office of Attorney Emerito B. Kilang from the Kumigad law offices. And in this joint statement of the two lawyers, they debunk all the claims of Colonel Grijaldo. And lawyers are supposed to observe the canons of legal ethics, as I have stated in my interpellation of Attorney Conti. And that is the reason why I asked Attorney Conti about the canons of legal ethics. So, it is the word of Colonel Grijaldo alone versus the words of two honorable congressmen and attested to by two lawyers, the lawyers of one of our resource persons, Attorney Garma. The other manifestation I want to make, Mr. Chair, is that in 4 instances where we invited Colonel Grijaldo, he has refused to attend. Ang timing po niya ng pagka-confine niya, every time na meron tayong hearing, if you look at the calendar of events. Kaya sinasadya niya na magpa-confine para hindi siya maka-attend ng hearing. Marami pong salamat, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair,
thank you, Congressman Akop.
may
Yes,
may I also make just a short manifestation as to avoid the public that because I get this impression, Mr. Chair, that our resource person, Colonel Grijaldo, wants to, at least impress upon the public that we are cornering him, that we are gagging up on him. just want to make a manifestation, Mr. Chair, that earlier, Chairman Akop asked him, or the chairman himself asked him if he needs a lawyer so we can provide one. Because he's been invoking his right against self-incrimination, and we understand that. That's a constitutionally guaranteed right. And we do not want to push or to even force anybody, especially if it's our guests and our resource persons, to say something that would incriminate him, no? That would be used against him at the court of law. He was asked what's the basis of him invoking that right, when in fact the question of Deputy Speaker J.J. Suarez was merely on an affirmation that the affidavit he gave during the Senate investigation was really true, because he was reading on the affidavit and he was quoting word by word the exact affidavit, an exact portion of the affidavit given by Colonel Grijaldo to the Senate hearing. And that was merely a confirmation from him. In fact, when he answered and replied to DS.J.J. Suarez earlier, his response is very much in conflict with the answer in itself. No? Sabi niya, I would stand by my affirmation, I confirm my affidavit, which DS.J.J. was reading, and yet he says he invoked his right against self-incrimination. So he confirmed it, and yet he do not want to confirm it at the same time. So it's a conflict, no? Mismo sa sagot niya. That's the reason why Chairman Akop asked him, what's the legal basis? What's his legal basis for invoking this right against self-incrimination? And being a non-lawyer himself, the chairman was lenient to even ask him, would you want a lawyer? We can provide you. Ang sabi po niya, hindi na niya kailangan. I just want to make this manifestation so that this cannot be twisted online. Because I'm sure there are ready trolls, paid trolls, who will twist this scenario here. Ang gagamitin naman nila sa atin ay ginagangap natin ang ating mga resource person. We have given him all the legal course in order to protect him and ask him kung kailangan niya ng legal advice. And he admittedly responded na hindi. Having said that, Mr. Chair, I have one quick question that I'd like to ask Attorney Conti. Mr. Chair, if I may be allowed.
Okay.
Yeah, thank
Go
you. Attorney Conti, have you been in courts, no? I'm seeing may litigation, no? And you also present evidences. Minsan yung mga testimonies, ng mga affidavits, minsan in a manner of text message or mga video clips, no? Tama po ba?
Yes, Your Honor. Video clips, text messages will
Yes.
be considered as electronic evidence.
Yes, okay. Earlier, you watched the video clip kanina when Congressman, the Chairman Dan Fernandez and Chairman Benny Abante entered the room where Colonel Grijaldo was already inside, no? Nakita niyo naman po, no? Yung video kanina. Yes. And after a few minutes, they exited the same room. Tama po ba?
Yes, Your Honor, I
Yes.
saw that.
As a lawyer, based on your experiences in trial courts, no? Assuming that this is an evidence, and I presume this is an evidence, Mr. Chair, to prove that the two gentlemen here were telling us the truth and nothing but the truth, as opposed to the affidavit of Colonel Grijaldo. In your professional experience, having having seen all the evidences in the context nung halimbawa itong pinakita as opposed to the affidavit ni Colonel Grijaldo, would you say that it's a normal reaction of someone who was forced to lie to come out with all smiles, magandang disposition, at nakipaghawakan pa sa former colleague niya? Is it normal for a behavior of a person, individual, who are let's assume, na tama yung sinasabi niya, totoo, assuming without conceding that he was forced by two influential, because kung titingnan niyo, the two gentlemen outranked him in position. Court, kumbaga, kung sa basketball, ito, advantage na, court advantage nilang dalawa, nasa kwarto, sasabihin na itong gawin mo, magsinungaling ka, etc. based on his affidavit. Would that be a normal reaction of a person who was forced to say something, to lie before his teeth na magsabi na dapat ito ang gusto naming sabihin mo at alam niyang mali at hindi tama at kasinungalingan? doon sa nakita mo,
Well,
from your base your professional experience, would that be a normal reaction of someone who was forced to lie?
Yes, Your Honor. Well, first, I cannot or I should not appreciate that as a lawyer. I should appreciate it as a normal human being. Your Honor, that kind of appreciation of, is this consistent with human experience? It would not be consistent with human experience to see someone coerced leave a room without any restraints at sasabihin na hindi siya na pinilit siya sa loob ng kwarto. So it would be inconsistent with what we have seen. And Your Honor, this kind of evidence will only prove that, however, on the other hand, that these gentlemen went into the room, left the room at these times, and the last person to leave the room was Colonel Grijaldo without anyone keeping him in detention. So yung, kumbaga, ang maiisip po kasi ng karamihan, yung parang restraint is parang inaresto ka. His freedom to leave the room without any pressure or even without the presence of the two others. I think the two lawyers were still inside the room. We did not see that in the video. It would say that Colonel Grijaldo was not under arrest. To an extent, as a human being, I would say he was not under duress.
Thank you for that response, Attorney Conti.
Sir.
In fact, Mr. Chair, the responses and the explanation of the two gentlemen, the two chairmen, was actually believable because based doon sa mga responses niya, wala naman, it was plainly evident, paglabas nila, it reinforces yung mga sinasabing, yung atmosphere doon sa kwarto ay hindi naman ganun intense, no? Kasi nung lumabas sila, hindi naman for few minutes, so parang ordinary day lang. As opposed to Colonel Grijaldo, who was, I suspect, parang masyado siyang, sabi niya, may reflection pa nga eh, nag-quote pa nga siya ng Biblia. And he even went to the Senate to testify before the whole country watching that he was forced to say something and to lie. Ganon yung impact nung sinasabi niyang coercion na ginawa ng gentleman. And yet, when we look at the video, watch the video, it seems as an average-minded person, hindi po normal na behavior ang isang tao na he was forced to lie, he was coerced, under duress, tas lalabang with all smiles at nakangiti. Sir Chair. Yun lang. I'd like just to make that manifestation because again, I don't want to impress upon the public because there's an attempt, really, by this research person na i-twist itong nangyayari sa atin tapos may mga patrols na naman na ready to debunk all the truthfulness of whatever we have gathered here in this committee hearing. Tapos ito-twist nila that we are ganging up on him, Mr. Chair.
Well, if I may just comment on that manifestation. Yes, correct. We expect that there will be trolls again prying on this particular hearing. This resource person has this penchant for playing victim. No? Yan ang ano niya, yung laging biktima siya eh. But ang katotohanan, ang video ay hindi po nagsisinungaling. No? Kung ikaw ay talagang may paninindigan at gusto mong tayuan ang sinabi mong katotohanan, eh hindi ganyan ang iyong demeanor. So that is my observation, Your Honors. In fact, darating ang panahon na mag-iisip ka rin eh. Iisipin mo rin na hindi mo na makakayang itago yung iyong konsensya doon sa iyong pagsisinungaling. Now, just to add a little spice in this issue, please allow me to show in this video, just a short video lang, Your Honors, on the video of Colonel Grijaldo appearing before the Senate hearing and try to observe his demeanor. And tingnan natin no kung ano yung para lang po meron tayong point of comparison. So Comsec, can we play the video? And Colonel Grijaldo, can you watch the video and see for yourself kung ano yung ano mo diyan, yung demeanor diyan.
Mr. Chairman, while waiting for the video,
yes.
can I just to amend the my motion previously, Mr. Chairman, that I move once again that Colonel Gardo will be detained at Quezon City Station 6 until the committee report will be, in this investigation, will be adopted in the plenary, Mr. Chairman. So move.
Okay, there is a motion amending the previous approved ruling of the chair. Are there any objections? Hearing none, the motion amending the previous ruling of the chair is approved. So, just please play the video.
Third level officer, presently assigned a personal holding administrative unit, Camp Crame, Quezon City. After duly sworn to, under oath and in accordance with law, to hereby depose and states that I, together with other invited PNP personnel, attended joint hearing in the House of Representatives. After I answered questions related to extrajudicial killings, Kong Dan Fernandez entered the room and he asked me to sit beside him, and then Kong Abante entered the room. One of the lawyers of Police Karma stood near at my back. Kong Dan Fernandez put the paper he was holding on the table and told me, ito ang sasabihin mong statement na ito. While pointing on the paragraph on the paper, ito ang supplemental affidavit ni Colonel Garma. Sabihin mo, alam mo ang reward system. I-confirm mo lang. Kong Dan told me to read the said affidavit. However, I asked the copy of affidavit he was showing to me to read it. He did not give it to me. Then Kong Abante asked me where I serve as a chief of police, to which I answered, Mandaluyong City Police Station. Kong Abante then persuaded me by saying, ikaw naman, Colonel, ganito na lang, alangan namang walang insidente o pangyayari sa panahon na yon. I answered, and I served as a COP in Mandaluyong during the COVID-19 pandemic, and there were less crime committed. And we did not receive any reward from anyone.
However, this videos
Okay, salamat. So, in my observation of the video that we just showed, shows that a police officer looking like a debonair in his uniform, with his rank, lying to his teeth. Yun ang aking observation dun eh. And he delivered the statement with full of bragadasyo, so to speak. So, parang ngayon, parang nawala yung asim nung pagbibigay mo ng statement dun sa Senado, Colonel. Then, you keep on invoking your right against self-incrimination, which is a manifestation of hiding from the truth. Yun lang ang aking gustong idagdag dun sa manifestation. So, we now recognize Congressman...
Very short, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Congressman Paduano, and then Congresswoman Luistro, and then Congressman Flores.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just for procedural, I just like once again to inform Colonel Grijaldo that you have all the right now to file a motion for reconsideration the day after this hearing. But I do not believe that you will file because in the first contempt order from this committee to you, you file a certiorari in the Supreme Court. Tama po? But still, baka sabihin mo, question of due process, hindi ka namin binibigyan ng due process dito. That's why I reminded you about your right to file a motion for reconsideration tomorrow in this committee. Now, Mr. Chairman, I'd just like to put on record and to point out the statement, the manifestation from Chairman Acop a while ago with regards to the joint statement of the two lawyers that was present during the incident in which Chairman Abante and Chairman Dan Fernandez was present during that meeting with Colonel Grijaldo. Malinaw po dito, Mr. Chairman, na sinasabi nila na hindi totoo yung pinagsasabi ni Colonel Grijaldo doon sa Senado. And let me quote, Mr. Chairman, just the two paragraphs, no? Kasi 5 paragraphs, no? Just the 2 paragraphs, no? To quote, Mr. Chairman, we would like to shed light on the nature of the interactions we observed. The discussions were focused on ensuring clarity and understanding of Colonel Garma's affidavit, particularly regarding any knowledge of Colonel Grijaldo might have about the reward system mentioned in it. At no point did any of the congressman attempt to pressure Mr. Grijaldo into conforming to a predetermined narrative. Throughout the meeting, we can affirm that we did not witness any form of coercion. Again, to repeat, throughout the meeting, we can affirm that we did not witness any form of coercion or undue influence directed toward Mr. Grijaldo. The discussions taking place were cordial and respectful. Congressman Dan Fernandez and Congressman Abante engaged in a dialogue that was both professional and focused on the matter at hand. At no point did we see or hear any actions or statements that could be interpreted as pressuring Mr. Grijaldo to conform to a specific narrative. Yun po on record, Mr. Chairman, the joint statement that was signed by the Council of former Colonel Rowena Garma, Attorney Emerito Kilang, and Attorney Rotsib Kumikad, Mr. Chairman. So ito po, napapatoo na nagsinungaling si Colonel Grijaldo doon sa Senado. Now, second, Mr. Chairman, I would like to point out, makita po sa CCTV kanina, na paglabas, nakangiti pa. Well, in fact, alam niyo ba, ang kinamayan niya outside of that room was his classmate. Mista niya po. And supposedly, kung inipit siya, pressure siya, ang the first person that he approached outside of that room, kaklase niya, yung mista niya. Class 97, in the person of Jimmy Fortaleza. Kitang-kita niyo po, nakakamay pa. Nakasmile pa. Nag-uusap pa sila ni Jimmy Fortaleza, former Major Jimmy Fortaleza. Now, again, Mr. Chairman, naawa lang ako dito kay Colonel Grijaldo because he keep on imposing or invoking his right to self-incrimination. You're a graduate of PNP Class 97. Hindi mo palang napagandahan kung alin doon ang pwede mong invoke at hindi invoke nung tinanong ka Chairman Acop, hindi mo masagot. Any specific basis or laws or articles or section. And now, I would like to remind and educate you, Colonel Grijaldo, under Article 3, Section 17 on our 1987 Constitution, tama po, no person shall be compelled to be a witness against himself. That's self-incrimination. But I will cite jurisprudence that you cannot use it in your case. Mr. Grijaldo, Supreme Court ruling with regards to Arnold versus Nazareno. Allow me to read, Mr. Chairman, portion of that. The fact that the testimony of a witness may tend to show that he has violated the law is not sufficient to entitle him to claim the protection of the constitutional provision against self-incrimination, unless he is at the same time liable to prosecution and punishment for such violation. No case has been filed against you, Colonel Grijaldo. That's why in that Arnold versus Nazareno, you cannot invoke such provision of the Constitution, Mr. Grijaldo. Our second jurisprudence, Rosette versus Lim, the privilege against self-incrimination can be claimed. You can claim it only when specific question, incriminatory in character, is actually addressed to the witness. It cannot be claimed at any other time. You cannot claim it unless, sabi nga doon sa Arnold at Nazareno, unless may pending case po or punishment for such violation. Eh, tinanong ka pa kanina, if you want to have a lawyer, ayaw mo, o di. And I hope, Colonel Eduardo, after this hearing, you ask your counsel. And I do believe that you will file again a certiorari in the Supreme Court. And that's your right. And let us see what will be the position of the Supreme Court with regards to your pleading. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Congressman Paduano. Congresswoman Luistro, you're recognized.
Mr. Chair, my manifestation were covered already by Chairman Carap, so I yield to the Honorable Kit Flores.
Thank you, Congresswoman Luistro. Congressman Flores, you now have 10 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, I would like to address some of my questions to our colleagues who are now resource persons. No? I wish I could have addressed it to Colonel Grijaldo. No? I always wish that he would be answering the questions as emphatically as he was making that statement in the Senate, but now he's invoking his right against self-incrimination. Now, Congressman Abante, if your intention was to coerce Colonel Grijaldo, would you have had that meeting with Colonel Grijaldo with other persons present?
If my intention was to
Yes,
coerce,
if your intention was to coerce.
I don't think that we can pursue the meeting because the meeting is supposed to ask him if he would corroborate the statement of Colonel Garma, as Colonel Garma has said.
Yeah, but the question asks for a yes or no, sir. Would you have held that meeting with the lawyers of Colonel Garma present in the same room if your intention was to coerce Colonel Grijaldo?
With the lawyers
Yes.
there? I don't think so.
Yes. Now, if your intention was also to offer him a promotion, would you have held that meeting also with other people present, like the lawyers of Colonel Garma?
No,
So that was not the intention of the meeting, right? Correct?
no, it's not.
How about you, Congressman Dan?
Siyempre naman, kung plano natin na hindi natin makuha yung sagot and we wanted to coerce and harass and i-force yung ating issues sa kanya, of course, ang gagawin ko, di kami na lang tatlo. Di ba? Wala nang lawyers. Siya na lang, ako, saka si Abante. Kumukuha ka pa ng witness para sa gagawin mong kasalanan.
A lawyer who does not represent the House,
Yeah.
does not represent the committee,
Yes,
does not
of course.
represent any of the parties present, correct?
Exactly. At the same time, kung mga haras ako, hindi dito. Dadalhin ko siya sa opisina ko. Baka sakali, doon ko pwede ko siyang i-harass. And one more thing, yung sinasabi niya na promotion, ako hindi ko nadinig yun, na in-offer ni Congressman Abante. If ever na in-offer yon, hindi naman siya tanga. Para malaman niya na ang congressman, hindi naman tayo nakakapag-promote. Di ba? Presidente lamang or chief of PNP. Like for example, siya, colonel siya, under yan ang chief PNP. At kung general yan, doon siya dadaan sa CA. Hindi naman siya dadaan sa Congress eh. Di ba? So, basically, medyo may mali sa mga ginawa talaga niya.
Yeah, I ask those questions, Kong, because, I also take offense to the fact na parang the entire committee was parang put in bad light by the statements of Colonel Grijaldo. And I was hoping that he would be at least man enough to answer the questions now.
And we wanted to apologize also sa committee because of what we did, and we wanted to ferret out the truth and to have that the betting process to be conducted. Nadamay po yung buong committee. During that time that we were accused by Colonel Grijaldo, I was hurt not because of myself alone. Dahil nga nadama yung ibang chairman at nadamay ang buong committee.
Actually, that was going to be my next question. My next question would be, do you think that it was inappropriate for you to approach Colonel Grijaldo without other persons present, representing Colonel Grijaldo?
Colonel Grijaldo?
Yes.
Well, To tell you honestly, Mr. Chairman, as what I've said a while ago, na-meet na namin si Colonel Grijaldo together with Colonel Garma. And we were like together for almost how many hours din na nag-uusap-usap. And kumbaga, kampante ka na rin sa kanya. And that's the reason why nung sinabi ni Attorney Victor na si Colonel Grijaldo ang makakapagpatunay ng lahat ng sinabi niya sa affidavit, confident kami. Ako, confident ako. Kasi si Benny, hindi pa siya confident kasi hindi pa na meet si Colonel Garma saka si Colonel Grijaldo. But ako, na-meet ko na. Saka si Chairman Ace. And that's the reason why nung sinabi niyang ganon, I was a little bit disappointed kasi all along, akala ko, talagang magkaibigan sila ni Colonel Garma.
Thank you.
Mr. Chair, ako medyo naging confident na lang ako when I saw the lawyers of Colonel Garma. Hindi naman namin abogado yun eh. Naging confident na ako sapagkat inaakala ko that the lawyers of Colonel Garma would also become his lawyers.